I want to take a few more questions and then answer a few more things. I want to talk about how to find a mentor, and I want to talk about how to build a business, and I want to get to Q&A, and then we're going to wrap up this episode of Real Deal. If you're enjoying this, just tell me some comments here or share it with a friend. Would love to get you feedback, and of course, I love doing this new format. It's lots of fun. So we've got Pierre Hesvet in the house, Natasha Westover. Hey, Natasha, she just graduated, our Business Accelerator. Great to have you here. Interesting, Natasha's talking about money, and I really want to talk about that. So Natasha, let's get into that actually. So Natasha's a recent graduate of our Business Accelerator. She was actually here on Saturday, and I did a live stream interview with her in the studio, which is part of our premium program. We're releasing that on YouTube today, Natasha, so look out for that. And you can use that as a business asset as well. It's probably gonna get you a lot of clients. But inside the Business Accelerator, we talk about your relationship with money. And if anyone out there wants to build a business, I think this is the first question you need to ask yourself. What is your relationship with money? Most of us have a dysfunctional relationship with money. Why? Because we watched two people teach us about money that probably had no training in money. And this was probably mom and dad. Maybe it was grandma or your aunt or your uncle, but most likely they had a very dysfunctional relationship with money. Maybe dad liked to save money and mom spent all the money. Maybe they looked at money as dirty. Maybe they looked at people with money as flamboyant and arrogant. And Natasha shared with me this weekend about how she has a relationship with money. She's in finance. She's now building her personal brand, and she made amazing, amazing strides in the Business Accelerator. But I remember her telling me that her mom and her dad had a different relationship with money, more conservative, more we don't talk about money. And that's more of a British or a continental attitude, which means that it's kind of something that subconsciously holds you back from being a billionaire or being proud of what you've built. Whereas maybe the American way, we get a little more obsessed with money, but we're okay trying to be a billionaire and trying to be an Elon Musk and trying to be some of these people that we see in the news, like a Bezos. So you need to get your relationship sorted with money. And this is what I have to say about money in a short way. I go into this much deeper in the Business Accelerator, and you can learn more about all these programs at londonreal.tv. But money is a funny thing, because when I left banking, I ran away from money. I thought it was something dirty, something bad that had corrupted me. And I had to get my head around a new relationship with money. And once I got into London Real about 3 or 4 months in, I really understood that money was actually a tool and a form of energy. And that's something that's really important for you to understand. Money is just something to be used in order to help you spread your message. And I see a lot of people that come in that want to start a business and they want to give out content for free and they want to help people. But I always say, if you don't charge them money and get those revenues, you'll never be able to help more people. So when you charge someone money, 2 things happen. First of all, you ask them to put some skin in the game, to invest in themselves. And I guarantee if you charge someone $27 or $297 or $3,000, which is what we do on our programs, people will invest incrementally more in themselves. They'll push through more fear, they'll push through more resistance, and they'll get more done. So first of all, when you ask people for money, they actually do more for themselves. Second of all, you can take that money and get more people to hear your message, to invest in your ideas and change more people's lives. So think of money as a form of energy. There's nothing dirty about it, and you're delivering 10x the amount of value for the money that they pay. And once you get your head around that concept, you can really start thinking about that money flowing. So for all the money that I charge to be part of our tribe, which is our community group, to be on the Business Accelerator or the Broadcast Yourself course or Speak to Inspire or the Life Accelerator, which we do at the end of the year, all of that money I take and I invest it back into better cameras, better movies, better hires here at the team to make more quality content that goes out there and changes more lives, period. So I just use it as a form of energy and I'm constantly letting it flow. To be honest, I spend everything we make here because I'm on a 100-year plan. How can I get there the fastest? I need to invest everything back in the business. And that's how you've seen me go from one guy with a bunch of webcams alone in basically it was my apartment or my flat, as you say here in London, to being in this world headquarters with 20-some people working for us around the world, with 3,000 graduates of our academy, 100 million people watching our videos, because I've invested everything back in, because I'm not trying to also hoard money. You need to have this theory of abundance with money. Money flows. And if you're putting out great energy and great ideas, money will constantly come to you, and you need to spend it in ways where you're constantly pushing energy back out into the world. So I can go into that more later on a future Real Deal, but as a short answer, I think that helps. And Natasha, I hope that helps you. My relationship with money was really important. When I first opened the Academy 3.5 years ago, I was very hesitant to charge money. And I remember I had all this internal resistance, and I talk about this on some of my master classes. And I was charging $99 for a community product with extra content, webinars from me, behind the scenes footage never seen on some of the guests. And I remember I was just so nervous, and we set it live, and I remember we had 100 people sign up in like the first 100 hours, and we made $10,000. And I looked at that, and I was like, oh my gosh, this just changed everything. And if I had never done that and succumbed to the fear, it would still be me alone in an apartment. I probably would have quit by now because I would have been so frustrated because the business wasn't going anywhere. I was going broke. But making that one decision to go into the fear, to go after my relationship with money, to confront it and say, why am I in fear of money? Why do I have this bad relationship? You know what? That's wrong. Money is not a bad thing in itself. Money's not bad. Money is just numbers. It's what you do with it and the energy that can be bad or good. And so I always spend it in a way that is good, that just puts more ideas, changes more people's lives. That's a really important point. So change your relationship with money, you will change the game. And again, I had Grant Cardone in here, definitely one of my favorite guests. And he said, Brian, the way you spend money is the way you make money. I really like that quote. And so it's true, if you hoard your money all the time and spend a little bit here and always are bargaining and fighting over, that's not the way to make money. If you're constantly letting money flow in your life and giving it, investing it in the right places, it will flow back to you.